Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Is your boy, the host of the most, the team to the tango, the yin to the jango. I am him, best knows as the best of the best in the true crime community. I'm best known as Jrod on Point. I'm very happy to be here. Big shout out to everyone watching. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Hold on. Stop. Where's Heather? You see, I could always do a show by myself, just with Amy Conway. Just me and Amy Conway. We kick it, we fall back, we go through the topics, we get it in. Today we got Katie in the building. We got Amy Conway today. Big shout out to the moderators. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Can you hear me? Thank you, Amy Conway. Very appreciated as always. Katie says sounds like Santana playing the guitar. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Katie. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciate it. We are back. We are back. Oh, we got Kathleen in the building. Sorry, I seen your sorry. I thought you were. You know what I'm saying? You always kick back in the background. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Kathleen. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciate it. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Amy Conway, give me the one. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Amy Conway, give me the one. Can you hear me? Today we are celebrating life. That's how I want to start today's live stream. I want to start this live stream paying homage, paying respect, pain. I wanted to set that. That's why I thought about it, because I wanted to relate with the feeling within a lot of people's heart. Pain. I want to pay pain. I want to pay peace. I want to start today live stream with a moment of silence for a United States of American hero and martyr, Charlie Kirk. Please. Amen.
Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I wish we could give you more than that. And we'll try as this live stream continues. I want to make sure that I appreciate everyone that is watching. We got 17 people watching. Very so much appreciated. Very small channel. 2,400 of the best subscribers in the all YouTube true crime community. Y'all all are here. Y'all all know why we here. We are here not just to celebrate life. We're going to celebrate Charlie Kirk. We're going to celebrate justice. We're gonna talk about the topics. I wanna also, Katie said, will you translate that song for me, Jrod? One day, I got you. Well, I run it through Chat GPT. I got you. Don't worry about it. I run it through Chat GPT, and we exchange emails, and I send it to you though. And the same thing, Amy, I got your email. I could send it to you though. Big shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. Very so much appreciated the support to the You So Sexy radio hit song from D-Ware Entertainment. Always yours, Jrod on Point, featuring Kiana. Big shout out to Kiana. Thank you so much. Very so much appreciated. Kathleen said, may justice be served on behalf of Charlie Kirk, please. Thank you so much, Kathleen, and all the moderators, as always, coming through with the best comments in the whole YouTube true crime hemisphere. Can you hear me? I know you can. It hit different when Jrod on Point comes back to the big channel. We gonna thanks. We are going to thanks and appreciate the powers to be. Big shout out to those on the yacht. Big shout out to those on the yacht. That's all I had to say. But big shout out to those in power that allow me to be here, which I very much appreciate the opportunity that is being given to me as a YouTube true crime content creator, YouTube true crime super cyber sleuth. Yeah, you heard me. I didn't stutter when I said that. One of the best, finest YouTube true crime super cyber sleuth. Can you hear me? Can I get a witness of that in the chat? I have to be very appreciative today. And I just want to be here to appreciate ya, every single one of the subscribers that is being here since the very first channel, Jrod on Point, since 2022. All the way those that met me in that channel and translated to this channel. Always yours, never mine. I wanna thank you, Amy Conway. I appreciate you so much. I want to be very fair today. Today's topic is the Charlie Kirk Open Panel Challenge with the On Point Rican Jrod on Point. I want to make sure that everybody see the link of the StreamYard on top. I want to make sure that everyone knows and understand the StreamYard link is right on top. If you hit that StreamYard link, this is the game. This is the game rule. You're going to hit that link. You're going to have your camera turned on. If you can have your camera turned on and say what you say with your camera turned on so we could all see your face, you're getting kicked out. You're not coming on stage. So I want to make sure that everyone that is listening right now to the words that are coming out of my mouth, I'll be very clear and very sincere and very just straightforward. So if any discrepancy comes with that, you don't end up getting blocked. I don't feel like to block anyone today. I want to have a conversation with all of y'all, because that's why I'm here. And again, I need to appreciate the powers to be that allow me to be here in the main channel in such a historic time in life. I have to appreciate the opportunity that allows me to be here talking to y'all through the main channel. And sincerely, I'm coming here today for those that knows me for a long time. I want to make sure that every one of my subscribers and moderators that been here for a long time understand that the main reason that I'm here is to do justice to everyone. equal and even, Stephen. I'm not here to slander. I'm not here to start a fight. I'm not today. I'm here because I want to talk to you. I want to have an open door policy to those that want to really have an educated conversation about not just the death of a United States hero, Charlie Kirk, but I also want to give justice to those that oppose the truth, those that oppose morals, those that, even though if at some point through your age in life you have done something wrong, or you at some point has been in the streets, or at some point you have become a criminal, or at some point you even doubt your gender, I want to open the doors to you to talk to you. Black brothers and sisters, you know I love you. You're more than welcome to come through and have a conversation about the issue. I want to make sure that everyone that it comes to this live stream today have an equal opportunity to have a clear conversation. This is why today's show, the title is very simplistic and very direct. The Charlie Kirk Open Panel Challenge. That's for those that want to take the challenge to be able to be in the front line and able to debate, articulate, conversate, perform your presentation out of what you take within this whole Charlie Kirk assassination, with this whole rhetoric that is being placed on a man that has never represented nothing of the what people call the far left. I wish we don't have left. I wish we don't have right. I wish we should just have common sense. Common sense come through your upbringing. Common sense come from those that I believe they have the opportunity to be raised by good people, even though you didn't turn that good. But in the back of your head, you heard everything those grown adults that loves you when you was growing up, and they were giving you all those advices, and you didn't listen to not one of them. But after you older, you could hear every advice in your ear at this day today. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to the LGBTQ community. Y'all all welcome. Hit the link. I want to talk to you. Every single person that he hates Charlie Kirk for whatever reasons you have, listen, this is your chance to come here and talk to me. Don't get blocked. I wanna have an educated conversation. I want it to be comfy. I want it to be relaxing. I want to have a smart, educated conversation with y'all. Because again, let me introduce myself. I'm Jrod On Point, most known as that On Point Rican in YouTube. I'm a United States citizen by birth. I'm Puerto Rican. I was born in the middle of the Caribbean in an itty bitty island, blessed by the United States of America, which if it wasn't for United States of America, it would be a massacre in Puerto Rico every single day. If United States of America would have stepped foot in that beautiful 100 by 35 miles beautiful island in the middle of the Caribbean, the smallest of the big islands and the biggest ones of the small islands. right in the middle, Puerto Rico, placed right on the top of a dead volcano. That's where I'm from. A United States Commonwealth. Not a state, but a United States Commonwealth. Colonial Commonwealth, if you want to call it, to be a little bit more precise and direct. But guess what? We're United States citizens by birth. United States citizens flag, it flies right next to our flag. Yeah, we have a flag just like your states. We have our own flag. And we love the United States of America, the Constitution, and everything that represents. I was one of those that he was born and raised on a democratic establishment in Puerto Rico. So coming from the Democratic Party in Puerto Rico, which is the same shit that the Democratic Party of United States of America, because it's run by the United States of America Democratic Party. In Puerto Rico, it's called the PNP. Progressive National Party, the PNP. We Rosselló and a whole bunch of corrupts in court, find guilty of corruption. Carlos Romero Barceló and many others. Famous names. People that I used to look up to. People that I used to say I want to be like them one day. Why? Because the power, the connections with the entertainment business, the connections with Hollywood, the connections with TV, radio, newspapers, and internet. We knew that back then. We knew all of that y'all talk about today. We knew that back then. We knew that in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and all the way to this day today. We know all along what the political Democratic Party of United States of America is all about. I was born and raised in the Democratic Party of United States of America. Nice to meet you. My name is Jrod on Point. And I'm here to share with you not just a little bit of my experiences, but I'm also want to share a side of history that probably y'all don't even know. It make me laugh how United States of America, born here in United States of America, people. I don't want to call y'all by your race. I want to call y'all by people, because that's how everyone should see each other, as people, as we the people. The word people is very important. First and foremost, we are all humans, just to start. Just to start very simplistic, we are all humans. We are bones and flesh and blood, articulated and very precisely built in perfection by Lord Jesus Christ. People that don't understand that God don't make no mistakes. God is all perfection. What make you think that when you was born, you was not perfect? I want to start there. The 21 people that is watching right now, I want to let y'all know. Not try to go too churchy, but the God that I believe, Lord Jesus Christ, even though I'm a sinner, sound like the regular Christian out there. Believe me, man, I'll do it to you. I'm that renegade Rican. I'm that renegade. The word renegade is very important. Keyword renegade. I'm a renegade Christian. What I mean with that I'm a Christian outside the box. I believe in Jesus and everything that the Bible says to the 100%, and I respect it. But sometimes you got to deal with demons, humans impregnated with demons. The only way you could deal with them is becoming a demon yourself. That's the type of Christian that I am. That's the type of Christian that I'm on. The type of Christian that, again, you are not gonna smack me, and I'm not gonna you're not gonna smack me, and if you do smack me, I'm not gonna turn my cheek to give you the other one for you to smack on. In other words, I'm the wrong Christian to fuck with. Period. But my fear is on his judgment. My faith is on him. My sins are on me. I think that's the realest words you will ever hear in the true crime community, or in YouTube overall, in the whole hemisphere. That's the realest words you're ever gonna hear. I'm that Christian that it would take his shirt out of his bag and give it to you. I'm that Christian that if you're hungry, I'll pay you a meal. I'm not gonna give you money. I will pay you a meal if you're hungry. I take you to buy you a meal. You hungry? I'll take you to Mickey D's and buy you a big, large meal. Yeah, don't expect me to take you to Ponderosa. Don't expect me to take you to Chili's. Don't expect me to take you to Texas Raw House. Don't expect me to do that, because then, at that now, you really think that these Christian is a sucker. This is the problem. This is the problem with people thinking that Christians are weak. Big shout out to Kiely. Kiely said, "We are all sinners." Yes, sister. Yes, sister. We are all sinners. The only thing that we could do is day by day trying to be the best person that we could be. And guess what? The best way to look forward to be the best person that you could be. Listen, we're not perfect. We only humans, but our longest, and this is my own belief with my experiences in life. If you was born perfect, God created you perfect to the maximum of the atom. Your DNA on the perfection levels. You was born perfect. And you realize and recognize that due to that you are human, some way, somehow we got stuck in our heads there. Oh, I'm human. I'm not perfect. That's the first problem within the human. Thinking that you as a human cannot get to levels of perfection. To the point that within my personal experience, you could literally walk through hell and come right back out. Not saying the Jesus way, because Jesus, is a one of a kind. But if you as a human, You replace that mentality that just because I'm human, I'm not perfect, and you start running away from that cap out, because that's a cap out. You start running away from the cap out that just because I'm human, I'm not perfect. Run away from that thought, run away from that mentality, and encourage yourself and motivate yourself to think, talk, act, and everything that you do to the 100% of your capabilities that you know in the back of your head. I'm trying to be perfect to the 100%, even though I will not get to the mark of perfection. But guess what? Every single day, my mind on anything I do, as a man, as a husband, as a dad, as a human, after everything that I have gone through, after everything that I see, everything that I know, I'm still looking forward to perfection so I could be just as my Lord, which is impossible. But guess what? As long as I keep myself trying every single day, some way, somehow, I know, because I've seen the results. As long as I keep my mind positive and I keep moving forward and I keep focused and look for that perfection of better being, better humankind, better thoughtful person, more well-rounded, put together. Big shout out to Joanne in the building. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much. I appreciate it. Big shout out to Joanne from Joanne from Utah. Big shout out to Joanne. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Welcome back. We never left. Welcome back. Welcome back. We never left. And B, who got the keys on my Jeep? Yeah, yeah. B, who got the keys on my Jeep? Big shout out to Lucy Morningstar in the building. Thank you so much for being here, Lucy. Today we're having a great conversation. I want to put some common sense on people. Today's a common sense day. I wanna share the platform. Whoever wanna hit the link. But today, again, we're celebrating life, and I want to make sure that we fair to the 100%. I'm celebrating coming back live to the main channel. I'm not gonna keep talking about it. I know. Listen, Jrod, shut up. You here. All good. Just shut up. I got you. But we're talking about levels of perfection that we will never meet, but as long as you keep your mind and soul on trying. Because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Love you, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, what the focus of all here is trying every day. As long as you try, little by little, every single day, you're gonna nibble a little bit. You're gonna keep notching something. You're gonna keep accomplishing changes in your life, because your mind now is being modified by yourself. Is being now retrained by yourself to try to kick some bad habits in your life, to then self-learn, self-think, and self-thought yourself how to become a better person. So hopefully we got that segment out the way. And again, my name is Jrod On Point. Big shout out to all moderators and to all the subscribers and the Jrod On Point channel. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciate it. Well, baby, I love you, mama. Love you too. I love you too. Big shout out to Mama Bear, the queen of this house. Yeah. Big shout out to Mama Bear. Nothing in this channel is possible without Mama Bear. Big shout out. It hit different. So again, I want to shout out Lucy Morningstar. I want to shout out Yo Wayne. I want to shout out Kathleen and Amy Conway and Katie. Thank you so much for being here. And our show, the focus of our show today is opening the panel to people that want to have conversations about all the discrepancies that what people call the sizes of politics right now are clashing. We want to give the opportunity as a small channel to those, because I feel that people will feel more comfortable going to a smaller platform like mine that is a little more moderated, and it's really no crazy chat. Because again, I just want to let y'all know, for those that don't know, this channel, Jrod on Point, have the finest moderators and subscribers and members of the whole YouTube hemisphere. It's 2,400, the best subscribers in YouTube this far, the best. Okay, over here, when you come to this chat, you don't have to worry about the random cuckoo for cocoa puff. You hear, when you hear, you free. You come here, you talk. The trolls get kicked out. The trolls get blocked. All these ignorant people that don't want to be articulated when they chat, and they don't want to like put a common sense there. Don't want to have a humble and chill conversation with the rest chat members. They getting the fuck out of here. Listen, I got some snipers here in the chat right now that they hit from the hip. I don't know. Most fear Amy Conway. Big shout out, it hit different. Most fear Jane, if she was here. Big shout out, it hit different. All the moderators, they hit from the hip too. But Amy Conway and Jane are very fast. They're faster than me. I'm just saying, don't bitch about you getting blocked because you were stupid. All right. Big shout out, it hit different. So again, I want today to share some content from Charlie KIRK. I wouldn't big shout out to Kathleen. Yes, indeed. Amy Conway, boss lady in the chat, #1 sniper. Yay! I wanted to make sure that we share some content from Charlie KIRK. I think that he is nothing but fair. Is nothing but fair. I want to share his very last video uploaded within his channel. I did browse over it. I didn't really want it to get into details, because I want to have a fresh opinion. I want to have a fresh thought when I hear what I hear. So I watched the opening of it for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, got it. You know what I mean? Because he's very, I think it's very easy for us humans to just like watch like the first couple of minutes of an event, and you already know how might it went for the rest of the event. You know what I'm saying? So it started great. That's what I'm saying. Like these events started great. Like some very great conversations, and I was like, oh yes, snap. This is one of the videos that I want to share with y'all, and you know, share a little bit of Charlie KIRK. It really put me in a very particular position as someone from the Caribbean, as a Caribeño, a Latino, a Latino Caribbean, or Caribbean Latino, however you want to put it. I'm okay. Just I'm trying to figure it out myself. Okay, so I'm not mad at you if you get confused real quick, like, huh? Like, it's okay. Let's keep with the show. Okay, so I really thought that this was a very good video. It shows a great poise from Charlie KIRK. It shows conversational skills. It shows knowing about the topics. Even in moments that his opponent was not looking that good, he never put the foot down and terminate his opponent. He always give him grace. He always, like, for what I was watching, I see him poised to the point that if he's the opposite side debater, it goes far. Like if it goes far, not just off topic, but like embarrassing themselves in front of everybody. He didn't seal the deal and got him out of here like other people would do. He was showing grace. He was showing interaction. He was showing you know, like letting the person at the other side, like, yo, it's okay. You know what I mean? So I did pay attention to those mannerisms from Charlie Kirk, and I'm doing this for those that are talking about this guy, but they never paid attention and took their time of the day to listen. Okay. I've been subscribed to Charlie Kirk, I'm being subscribed to, Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens and many, many other uh political content creators within the space. I follow many other hey, big shout out to Kane the Purge in the building. Big shout out to Kane. Thank you so much for being here. Roof Primo. The link is on top. Kane, the link is on top. Big shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. Kathleen said that's the problem. They are not listening. And I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you because you see, for the rhetoric that is being put out there, the one thing that they don't do, you're gonna quote something. Let's say, for example, you quote something that he said, but you misrepresent the substance of why and the tonation of why those words or why that was established within the conversation. I told you we're going to be political correct today. I'm in the big channel. Listen, we want to give justice to all. It don't matter your race. It don't matter your culture. It don't matter your beliefs. And when I said that, I mean it. It don't matter your train of thoughts of or your beliefs. What is more important is if you are a good or bad person. That's it. That's it. I don't know how people's being raised in United States. I could have an idea as far as like I was not raised by a any other person than my own grandma, grandpa, dad. My mom died when I was 2. So, my dad, grandma, grandpa, grandmas, grandpas, my dad, um, many other family members, so I know how me as a Caribeño, as a Caribbean from the Caribbean, I know how we was raised, but then the umbrella of how we was brought up was under the United States of America culture, constitution, and beliefs. So big shout out to Kane. We got Kane in the back. Big shout out to he different, very so much appreciated. Kane, we're gonna bring you up right now to the show. Very, very, very so much appreciated. Yes, Caitlin, and you see, I want to bring that comment right back up, right? because it's very important that the people understand. That's the problem. They're not listening. So how can you have a opinion or an educated opinion of something that you have not listened to? So, ladies, please, without further ado, please let's give a round of applause to a brother from another mother. The team to me, the tango, primo, la familia, Kane the Purge. Big shout out to you, Kane. How you doing, my brother? Kane, you there? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. You muted, bro. I can't hear you, Kane. We'll bring Kane. Hold on. Kane, you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I could hear you now, sir. Primo.
Yeah. How about those Buccaneers?
¿Qué pasa, compadre? Mira, chico. Hold on.
Yeah. I was gonna say your hair looks messy, bro. You need a Buccaneers hat.
Bro, why you did that?
2-0, baby.
Hey, but listen, big shout out to you, brother. Listen, we miss you. We in the big channel. I appreciate you for coming by today. We're talking about the Charlie Kirk Open Panel Challenge, and that's an opportunity that I want to give to all the people that don't agree with Charlie Kirk model, because I believe that that's a new thing now. What is called the Charlie Kirk model. Actually, let me change this real quick. Now that you said that, though. Now that you said that, hold on. You got me on. Hold on. You got me on that. Hold on. You got me on the Buccaneer stuff, right? You feel me? That was your fault now. So I wanted to give the opportunity because you know I was just seeing like the rhetoric and everything that is been going on out there, and I was like, you know what though? I'm a small channel. I believe that, and I'm very eloquent, you know, and I like to have conversations with people. Listen, I like to have tough conversations with people. You know what I mean? So I was like, I was that out. Lucy said, "I'm just saying, fuck the for real." Yeah, I know. The delusions are crazy, Lucy. The delusions of how people dare, because at this point it's like daring to say something that they know is gonna please their group of people. And when I mean their group of people, that's what I mean. It is not based in race. It is based in a multicultural group of people pushing all the same way and promoting nothing but hate and confusion through the people. You know, which is the most critical thing of it. That how can us as humans we're gonna be so desensitized? You know what's crazy, Kane, bro? When I heard that part about empathy, Kane, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Do you remember when they were mocking him for the empathy side of things? That what he was saying, far as the empathy was like one of the problems of why the problem has not been resolved, as far as his gangs and far as you know, finances and stuff like that. It's like the empathy, like we know we fucked up. Let's just leave it how it is, because empathy. I understood. I don't know if you understood what he meant. And
let me turn on a light real quick. Hang on, I just woke up.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. No worries. So I want to share with the people. I want to share with the crowd that we got in the chat right now that I understood the message. We're gonna find it. We're gonna replay it. But me, I understood the message. When we feel empathy, and can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm very happy to have you here, Primo.
No, I'm happy to be here, man. You're always my favorite Rican, bro.
Oh, thank you, bro. You my favorite brother, bro. Thank you so much. Very appreciate it. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. When I heard that take about the empathy, I totally understood. Because if you think about it right now in Chicago, New York, and democratic like California, democratic states, right? They feel empathy for the criminals. They feel empathy for people that don't have no morals.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy to say that every human, since they were born, it don't matter how good or bad their parents or whoever was taking care of them, something that we do know, everyone did teach you what's right from wrong since you was little. Correct me if I'm wrong, bro.
Make no mistake about it, Jrod. These are the beginning of the end times we're in right now, and the next 15 years are going to be incredibly hard for everyone. They are promoting violence and hate, and there's no changing their mind. We want them that we want to give them the come to Jesus speech, but they are already. I'm looking right now for a friend of Tyler, the assassin, and he did a little. I'm looking for the link. Here it is, right here. Found it. If you don't mind playing this, I can't say it any better myself. And it is the demons have. I'm going to put it in the back chat, okay?
Yeah.
The demons have exposed themselves now, and just let's check it. It's a short little clip in the private chat. If you want to play it, it's just 30 seconds, I think, and maybe a minute.
Yeah, go ahead,
And,
brother. I'll play it for you right now. Hold on. Let me
okay.
put it. Let me put it together real quick.
I'm gonna grab a drink too. I'll be right back.
Okay, I got it. Got you. Big shout out to everyone watching the Jrod on Point. Today we are having the blessed presence of Kane B the Purge. Big shout out, good brother of mine here in the true crime community. Very, very, very smart, very intelligent individual that I appreciate very much and very dearly. Thank you so much to have the presence of Kane B the Purge. I'm very happy to have every one of ya here today with us. Big shout out to Kathleen, Lucy Morningstar, Kane, Amy, Joanne, Kathleen, Katie. Thank you so much for all of y'all. Very so much appreciated for being here. And again, I wanna advise everyone that wanna jump in on the panel and have a conversation, especially if you are either against, oppose, or hate. I know hate is a big word, but we see that everything that is being shown out there is being hate. Very, very low margin of common sense that I want to for sure state that. I want to make sure that we open the platform to everyone that want to have a conversation with us about the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and not just that. If they wanted to debate about any topic related to Charlie Kirk, we are more open and willing to have a great conversation with y'all. Let me share something that my brother Kane the Purge brought to the table. We got something real good here. Hold on, let me put it together. Let me put it together. Big shout out to everyone watching the Jrod on Point. Very happy to be here with y'all today. Let me boom boom. Let me do a little production here real quick. Boom boom boom. Just like magic. And let's listen to what these young fella had to say. Big shout out to Kane B the Purge and everyone that is in the chat today. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Let's go.
I went to school with this Tyler Robinson kid. I'll show y'all. That's him right there, Tyler Robinson. And the best way I could describe him is just like a Reddit kid. All I'm going to say is this is the kind of shit that happens when you spend way too much time online and all of a sudden your beliefs are all the way this way or all the way this way, and you do some dramatic shit to please.
And you see, I wanted to stop it right there because it's very important something he say. The selective listening. The selective listening to online content. Correct me if I'm wrong. But when you are consuming this content from the left or from the right, you as a human, first and foremost, again, consistency, the human consistency is all about, first and foremost, morals. Morals come out of knowing good from evil, good or bad. That's where the morals, the levels of moralism, it gets formed. So due to you morals and due to what you are all about, you as a person, when you consuming this left or right product, you need to adjust to yourself, understand that you got to stick to your morals when you consuming this content. What I mean with that, Jrod, so what I mean with that is that if you have a very corruptive self, if the left or the right bring a corruptive message and it suits you better, that's the people that you're going to listen to. Why? Because it's all about energy. It's all about presentation. That energy in that presentation, if it lands, if that message with the energy and the presentation lands on someone that is weak, mentally weak, it will affect that person in a greater way that it will affect a grown adult like me and you that are established and we good, we mentally right, and we don't have to worry about what we're gonna hear on the internet because we already got our mind made up. You know what I mean? We got our models, our morals and our standards already set. So it don't matter what you hear in the internet, left or right, you're gonna do you. You're gonna support who you're gonna support, but at the end of the day, it's all about you as a human, what you're gonna do with that content. Correct me, brother.
Yeah, I heard a quote today. It said that most people past 30, it's hard to get them to change their ideologies. They're taught that way. They grew up that way. They're very, not that you're stuck in the mud, you just don't listen to the rhetoric from the other side. And I'm not necessarily loyal to any party.
Right.
I'm loyal to God and I'm loyal to my dog. And that's, you know, I'm loyal to the Constitution, like Miss Pod says. That I put that first, and anything that detracts from that, whether it be giving temporary powers or taking away rights temporarily, I'm highly opposed to that. And check out what the rest he has to say here, brother.
Yeah.
These people that are not your friends. This internet shit is seriously no joke. I went to school with this Tyler Robinson kid. I'll show y'all. That's him right there, Tyler Robinson. And the best way I could describe him is just like a Reddit kid. All I'm going to say is this is the kind of shit that happens when you spend way too much time online and all of a sudden your beliefs are all the way this way or all the way this way, and you do some dramatic shit to please these people that are not your friends. This internet shit is seriously no joke. I went to school.
Yeah, I tell you what, I totally agree. Far as the internet is no joke, because the same thing that I just said though. It's all about what you do with the content that you consume, bro.
Again, here we have in the news, the LDS church, his family is LDS, and by all reports, a very nice family, very law-abiding, very God-fearing family. And you have this generation of kids that seem to for whatever, you could list the reasons. They have a detachment from empathy. They have a detachment from society. They've never had any real friends. A lot of them have never had a real girlfriend, or anything, in this case, his girlfriend was his roommate, another boy.
Did that got confirmed? Like, did they like, was that confirmed that they was having a romantic relationship? Or, I mean, if you ask me in my personal opinion, bro, okay, let me keep it 100. I'll never in the past, present, or future, I'll never, bro, do roommates with the LGBTQ community. Me as let's say me as a man, I'm not gonna have a roommate that is a LGBTQ community. I'd rather to be homeless.
I can't do roommate. I can't even live in an apartment. I'm too loud. I have too many people over, and where we do whatever the fuck we want. But yeah, I'm talking about the LDS Church, the Church of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. You have a lot of offshoot cults. You have Jeff and Shalia, Divine, who have the Twin Flame cult. You have Lori Vallow. The list goes on and on that are not connected to LDS. But regardless of that, it's time to make a choice for a lot of people. And a lot of people, in this younger generation, they just don't get it. They're gay, but they support the Gaza Strip. They want Palestine. They'll literally lay down their life and die for a cause that, if they stepped foot in that country, they would be stoned to death within 5 minutes.
Right. And to close, like the comment that I said about the roommate with the LGBTQ community. You know what I mean with that, bro? Like,
I know what you mean. I don't believe shit the mainstream media says, but that's the reports we're getting so far. I mean, if you think I'm going to take the word of News Nation at this point in my life, yeah, you've got another thing coming. But
what I'm saying, bro, is like, as a man, and the only way that you're gonna roommate with LGBTQ community, if you ride that way. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? You're not gonna, bro. It's like people think that he's homophobic and shit like that, but it's not about that. It's like, when you already are so encrusted on your Christian religion, even though you a sinner, you're not perfect, but at the end of the day, you got a level of morals that you don't believe in that shit. You know what I mean? You don't believe on all that LGBT stuff, because it just that is not natural. It is not God. If God wanted you to be that way, he would not create you with genders. That's why I started this live stream saying that when God created you, you was perfect. The only person that is putting imperfection within your life is yourself. Because that's why
they live.
They're not happy with their
Jrod,
they're not happy with what they got going on, I guess. That's what
they live. They live in this world that they created, and it sits right here. And they spin around, and they're frustrated that the world isn't recognizing their genders, and they're taking away their crosswalks. They're losing their party, their socialist leftist party is now a completely defunct brand. All the major cities are rejecting help, but they're falling apart at the seams. Crime is rampant. They have no arrest policies in Los Angeles. They're just getting away with whatever they want. And the reason that they were letting all these immigrants in is because you have areas where you have migrant, you have Silicon Valley is 70% immigrants. So that's why they're putting them on buses and they're shipping them to areas and giving them hotel rooms and debit cards, because then they have somebody that will vote for them. And they're doing the same thing in the UK. It's easier to get into the country than it is to a bar. You know what I'm saying?
Is what it's called, bro. Is voter fraud through illegal migration. It is voter fraud through migration status and modern slavery. It's all what it is,
Right,
bro. It's
right, right.
modern slavery, and we gotta call it for what it is. You know what I mean? And they purposely allow the migrant community to come looking for help or whatever their intentions are, and they bring him here. They got political groups linked to United States and South America. As soon as they send the word, a line of migrants will come just out of a phone call. You know what I mean? So they set everything up in South America. They bring the caravans of migrants to come through the border and stuff like that. Then they give them a certain status that they allow you to work here for a low pay. That's modern slavery. And not just that, but then also they allow you to vote. They allow you to drive. They allow you to share a world that is totally unknown for them. They are not trained. They are not trained or or thought in a way that they understand what the Americanism stands for, which is all built not just under the umbrella of Christianism, but also that's the part that they don't understand the most, because they come with their different religions, and when they come to United States, it's a Christian based nation. But we lost Kane the Sponge. He'll pop up. He'll come back. He'll come back. Big shout out to Kane. Kane, pop up again. I bring you up. I don't know what happened there. Big shout out. We got Kane back again.
Sorry
Round
about
of
that.
applause, please. Appreciate. I don't know why, bro.
I
So,
can't do it.
so what you think about that? Are we like kind of like in the same type of like mentality for us as
Listen, you
migration?
have family in another country, in a Latin American country. I have family in Latin, and I'm all for the good citizens of other countries coming here and working legally. The thing is that a lot of people don't understand is the good working people of those countries, they don't want to come here. They love their country. They love where they're from. And it's being torn apart by these motherfuckers like Maduro and all the shit. Cuba is, and now LA is a third world country because you got these clowns like what's his name, the Gavin Newsom over there in Chicago is run, and here Trump is offering, here, you had 80 homicides this weekend. Why don't we send some National Guard? Oh, we don't need your help. And then all of a sudden they're writing. And here's a great example of the brainwashing of these people on the left. They are throwing themselves laying down in front of the ICE vehicles as they take these illegal immigrants away.
And you know what's worse? And you know what's worse? They are immigrant themselves. Bro, they immigrants themselves. Like they get arrested, like going at ICE, they get arrested and they get chipped out because they were migrants too. How in the heck you gonna be a migrant protesting to ICE? You're gonna get packed up and chipped back. Like how? Like it has to be a level of delusion. It has to be some kind of delusion thing that, oh, I'm a migrant, but I'm gonna be here in these protests and I'm gonna protest ICE when, and not just protest, because it's not like you go there and you sit on the ground or what now, you know, you're singing your songs. Is you're not protesting that way. You going hands on with ICE. So when you get hands on with ICE, they're gonna pack you up and send you back. Why you was here in the first place? Because obviously, if migrants are here for the right reasons, right? Why would you know, knowing that you're a migrant, why would you go and confront the cops? Why would you go and confront ICE? Like, what make you think that they, as soon as they put hands on you, pack you up, run your name, and if they don't hit with nothing and there's no track of you, you're a migrant.
See ya.
And you get chipped out too. That in 24 hours. And if your nation is not picking you up, they'll send you somewhere else that will pick you up.
It's a turning point for our country right now, Jrod. And like I said, the line's been drawn. We're already at war, and you and I and good Christian people want to, like I said, give them the come to Jesus, but it's too late for that. And now, and this country has had many wars, and wars are a terrible, terrible thing. But every single one of these wars, we didn't start. We finished. And we have an isolated, marginalized, they feel marginalized portion of the country that is, again, trying to call the shots like they did with the Me Too movement, with the whole pronoun movement that they had, and they couldn't win the argument. And the best example of it for them was Charlie Kirk. He represented, now, like I said, I was subscribed to him. I watched him once in a while on his church. I just felt like a lot of his stuff was kind of clickbaity. I mean, his debates with these students that are totally brainwashed by their universities was like shooting fish in a barrel. They didn't have a chance against him, you know. And he, in his mind, I think he was trying to enlighten them and bring them to see what good means. Because as you get older, you realize that you don't know everything at 22 like you think you did. And you start to see the bigger picture, and you start to be concerned with your family and with your future, and not worry so much about countries that would stone you to death, or you know, whatever. And you start to see what really matters.
And I gotta say though, in this whole situation about the hate towards this man, this is why I wanted to share some of his footage in a little bit, because I want to make sure that we allow our community to listen a little bit of what this man, he was all about. Because it don't matter what we could say about him, the best impression is the impression that this man created for himself. You know what I mean? So that's my take on that. I wanted to ask you something that for me is a point of conversation. How you feel about the alleged suspect and the whole situation on how he was caught? Do you have any thoughts that you want to share with us?
He was on the run for 33 hours, if that means anything to you.
But to be on the run, he has to actually committed a crime. Do you believe that he committed this crime?
I keep calling it Luigi Mangione too. He looks like him. He walks like him. They look alike. They walk alike. They talk alike.
Bryan
Kohberger
2.0.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's that extreme. I think if you're going to ask me what I think about this assassin, I'm going to answer with a general blanket answer about how I feel about this Gen Z generation. And you have kids that are 10 times more informed and knowledgeable from everything from Jimi Hendrix to SATs in this group of people. They're becoming doctors. They're doing great things. They're having kids. They're doing things like we did in the 50s, like educated, smart decisions. And then you have about 90% that can't look away from their phone. They will literally lose their mind if you take away their tablet and destroy everything and everyone around them because they are so dependent on this electronic media. You and I, we might be frustrated we don't have the internet, but we're not going to die. I mean, it's not going to kill you and I. To them, they don't know anything else. That is their family. That is their friend. And whatever choice they've made to believe that's coming from this electronic idiot box is what they are going, that hill they're going to die on.
I have a very precise, a very man, I'm telling you, I've been waiting to have this conversation with a great mind like yours. Do you think anyone with no experience as a sniper that have never shot a gun before, do you think they will hit anyone in the throat at 200 yards?
I think that you see his father has some type of weapons thing going on in the pictures. You see him with the backward black flag, like you see on the military. So I think he trained growing up with rifles with his father, and I think he felt pretty confident
Don't you see
that he
him as
could make a shot.
Don't you see him as a girly boy?
You can be anything, and then you can turn into anything. So I think that he was raised by a man doing manly things, and then got lost in Jurassic Park world. You know what I mean? He's in the one-man band taking in all directions. But that's his choice. That doesn't mean that, you could be a football player growing up, and then you become Aaron Hernandez.
Because where I'm trying to lead the conversation to is like, do the details about how you see one thing right now that is being said out there that he confessed in Discord. It don't matter if you confess to any crime, you have to have the proof that he committed. It's not enough for you to say you did it. Now the government, it don't matter if you say that I did it. Now the government has to prove that you did it. How they gonna prove that, bro? How they gonna prove it with a rifle that it was in a box? The only way they could be in the box if he left the box in the bushes purposely to whenever he finished whatever he was doing. But the other opposite to that, if that sniper rifle, that particular sniper rifle that he was showing in the picture, it was longer than anything that he was carrying on his hands. People saying like, "Oh no, it doesn't look like he has a rifle." No, yes,
sure.
It looks like he's literally walking with a rifle.
Have you seen full videos of him climbing down the roof, or have you just seen still shots?
No, I see the videos of him falling off and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense why, because to get down the roof, you would have to disassemble the 30-06, right?
Bro,
and then why would you reassemble it and leave it in the woods,
bro,
for somebody to find?
Do you saw the footage when he was falling off and then walking away, that the camera was following him?
I saw clips here and there. I don't have any doubts that he was a part of it. There's also rumors that there was a video of a guy that had a handgun in the crowd, and there's like another JFK assassination with somebody on stage, and they pull a gun like supposedly the driver did on JFK. Of course, you're going to have distraction. Like I said, me taking what the media puts out there is never going to happen again. I've learned my lesson. You have learned your lesson, right? So I'm not going to get excited, and I hope that they can at least win an alley-oop when they're already standing on a ladder right over the rim and somebody throws them the ball, which is literally what happened.
Like to start, I love that you did mention Luigi. I love that you kept that in your pocket, because in my take about the Luigi Mangione, right, due to that it was a 3D printed Glock, it does not have the markings that a regular, like, okay, long story short, how can you do ballistic on a 3D printed weapon? You don't know if the bullet that it was inside of that man was shot by that one particular weapon, because it doesn't have no markings like a regular weapon would do. It does not create a marking. They would tell you in a bullet that this bullet was shot by this one particular Glock, because it was 3D printed.
Well, that's another problem I've had with the Luigi Mangione case from the beginning, is that you need a very expensive 3D printer, and I'm talking in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars,
and not,
to make a gun with it. You can't just take that little home plastic 3D printer and make your own gun. It doesn't work.
No, and not just that, but the compounds of the 3D composition to create that weapon, it does not. It's not strong enough to indent the bullet like the regular guns do. In other words, that's why it's called a ghost weapon. When it shoots that bullet, you don't know from where gun it came from. Like, it does not have a marking that will tell you that this one particular bullet, it was shot by this 3D printed weapon, because there's no way you could figure that out. No way.
With Luigi Mangione, Jrod, there was a lot of inaccuracies and inconsistencies, from him staying at that hostel, to the different outfits, to him looking like a girl 1 minute to looking like somebody completely different the next. And the reason I say it's Luigi Mangione too, because you have an FBI that is already against the right. They've proven it, and they're the ones doing the investigation again. So if you're going to be sitting here like, oh yeah, no, the FBI, they got the old guy who said shoot me, they got him right away, you know, but they let that guy stand there cheering. They left all kind, and then they have a second suspect. That's not the guy. What, you know, they do have some forensic things they can do. If he fired that 30-06 and they had caught him within a reasonable amount of time, they would have been able to get gunpowder residue off his hands. We do see the face of what looks like the guy walking on surveillance cameras, this and that. But, you know, there's another third element that's not being looked at in a lot of these things. This
face means that I'm about to hit you with something that you're gonna love.
I know it's coming. I'm pulling back the slingshot right now. But did they have these masks you can buy, like you saw in Mission Impossible? You can buy one for $40, and you can look like an old man. You could look like an old lady, and you would never even know that it's not that person. So you have that element in it now, where even the facial recognition is not even going to be able to identify you.
You know what's crazy though? You know, one of the issues that they have, not just about the ballistic, the ballistic side of things already cooked this case to start. Like it is the United States of America don't have a way to by law confirm that that bullet was shot by that gun. It's just bottom line, just to start. So that's that one side that he have that case cooked and in favor of Luigi. The other thing is that whatever pictures or video you have put together of this guy, you have to now get all the footage to make sure that it's like the same thing about vehicle 1, vehicle 2, vehicle 3. Then now you have to make sure that this person that you see in this camera is this person and is the same person that he goes all the way to kill the man and then walking away from. The problem that they have is that where this man got killed, they have cameras everywhere. They zoom in, zoom out, and they are actually being run by a human at the moment. In this particular area where the man was killed, is nothing but cameras and drones. And listen, people that don't know about New York, I spent years in New York and I know how that area is back then. I could only think about how it is now with more modern day technology and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The problem that they have, if that in the same way that in the Idaho Fall, they need to show us the sheep. They need to show us that this man shooting at this guy, and then he smiled at the camera like.
You never see his face with Luigi Mangione at the shooting. You never see his face. And then, of course, they capture him. He's just sitting at McDonald's. Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, why would he just be like, yeah, some old man's just going to turn me in. And then they never give the old man credit because he called the wrong tip line. So he doesn't get the reward. Listen, what I'm saying about the next 15 years that are going to be hard is they are going to always try to make it look like God doesn't exist.
Yeah.
They want you to think that God doesn't exist. And so anything that happens, oh, it's just a weird anomaly. Oh, it's not, it has nothing to do with the end times. But it's clearly happening, dude. Our cities are being overrun right now, and you know this is the purge, man. This is the purge, brother.
Have you ever thought about both parties working together?
Yeah, they used to have their day on the hill, and then they would go and drink together at the end of the day.
Bro, they are members of the same clubhouses and shit, bro. They are members. It don't matter from which bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, it don't matter from which political party they are. Listen, you got skulls. You got skulls in both political parties. What are you talking about?
Right.
You got skulls. You got sci-fis. You got Sigma Chi's, Kappa Sigmas. You have all the fraternities infiltrating both political parties with their own agenda, bro.
Well, you have a very small amount of people that are running the world, dude. They're calling the shots, and these guys are just reading the script. So, if you think that you could go and get elected to the House and work your way up to the Senate and make a difference, they are going to put so much pressure on you that you would never be able to handle it. They can make you look crazy. They can make you look anything. You can be anything, Lucy. You can do anything you want. And they will do it to you in a second. You don't have a chance.
Yeah, like if you're not...
You got to go along to get along.
If you're not within the program, you know what I mean? Like if you're not within the program and they again, that's the whole same reason why you're not be able to get to places of power on political power with other fraternities and sororities. You can, like you can. It's the only way to get in because at this day today is not one independent, non-affiliated with the powers to be in politics. Every single person in politics has to do with fraternity or sorority or some kind of cult. You know what I mean? And they all call themselves Christians and use Christianism to push Satanism. Like it's shit crazy, bro.
Yep, the prettier the face, the darker the heart.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
my motto now. That's why
You,
unfortunately you have organizations like the Shriners, the Friends of Animals. Friends of Animals has been proven, and that's one of the biggest. Your parents may have donated to them over the years, and they're friends of strays and all this stuff. They are literally run. It's a front for a satanic church.
and listen, bro, they don't have a problem to use the name of Jesus Christ to push their agenda, bro. They don't have a problem with that, bro. That they actually enjoy to use the name of Jesus Christ in vain.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like
absolutely.
that's part of the offer of
You
the
have
offer
you
too.
have churches that are now defunct, and they're going in there and they're having these fashion shows where it's just this sacrilegious. They're performing sacrilegious what do you call it? Ceremonies in old churches. They love to do that. And if you look in Hollywood, man, every single movie has some type of, and they slip it in on you. The little satanic messages, a movie after movie after movie. And you can't get away from it, bro. And the evil is, they keep saying it like at the Charlie Kirk Memorial, that evil exists, that evil is out there, and the greatest trick the devil ever pulled, right?
I mean, think about it. If you believe in Jesus, how can you not believe on Satan? You know what I mean? It just you cannot contradict and say like, oh, Satan is not real. Because I mean, if you believe in Jesus, you know that Satan is also real too. You know what I mean? So um I want to leave it there with that. I want to get you take on how you feel about, okay, we seeing all this hate going on with all these people um celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk and they losing their jobs, they being canceled. What you take on that?
Well, you have the disgusting display that they had a memorial at the university for Charlie with flowers, and some 19-year-old kid goes running, trampling through it. It's disgusting, and these people there, they follow blindly, no matter what it is that they're told. They it just enrages them, and
Do you
they
can you
think
see?
they have us. The way that they win is they think they have us in fear. But now I'm more inclined to speak out than before, because now they've exposed themselves. I know exactly who they are, and and it's sad because to no fault to their own. They've grown up in this world where nobody cares about them. They have nobody to turn to, nobody to learn from, and they've been sucked into this evil um, paradigm, and they don't even know it.
You know one of the techniques that they, yeah, all right, you saw in the visuals, right? Uh the some leftists were getting beat up, right?
Um, which
You
video?
It was a video out there of a leftist that went by a vigil and
Oh yeah.
said some things, and I guess the people that it was at the vigil beat him up.
Well, that's the one that trampled the one at the university for Charlie Kirk. They pulled him aside, and they held him down, and wait till the police got to him.
Cause no, I was talking a vigil that
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
yeah, it was a vigil of Charlie Kirk and they hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick.
I tell you, no level of depravity is going to surprise me.
So
That's how they think they win, is by scaring us. But I
you,
ain't
you
scared of shit.
what I mean with that, right, it was what I want to say with that, right, is that you could see the effect the evil impregnates in other people. For example, is people mourning the death of Charlie Kirk, individual, right?
Right.
And then you have this one person, random person, hater, riding by with a bike, saying some awful stuff.
Mm.
He doing that. He doing that. He create. Him doing that. He influenced the crowd to act in a way that they not regularly would react like that. In other words, what I mean is Satan knows when you in pain. And when you in pain, it will inflict the worst wounds on you to have you reacting and committing and just to show you that you ain't not no better. Because that's what this one guy proved to the rest of the world. Well, I went by, I said some awful things, and they beat me up. They not know better than me.
Right.
That's the whole purpose of them doing that, playing psychological war games, knowing that that's going to happen. But knowing that that's going to happen, they need that footage to prove to people that they are not good. They are not that good like they say. And that's manufactured, purposely manufactured to use pain to influence a reaction out of pain, and then use it against you in front of the media.
See, everybody has a breaking point, Jrod. And when you're that disrespectful and it continues on and you're doing things. Now, here's the thing about these kids. They all think that they are badasses, that they can go around saying anything that they want to anybody. Okay? And they think because that they get away with it on Discord or they get away with it in Reddit or whatever the case may be, and they get away with it with their little pussy ass friends, that they can go up to a cop and talk shit, and everybody has a plan until they get knocked the fuck out. And you and I have been in enough fights to know that we don't want to fight. We would much rather have peace.
And you know
we
what,
would
bro?
much rather be respectful to people and get that respect back from them. Than
You know
to,
what, bro?
You know,
What's gonna make a guy? Let me share something with the community real quick, because this is something that I feel that is good to share with the community, right? Because what's gonna make a person going to a memorial and start destroying the memorial? Let's watch. Oh, they don't have no sound in this one?
look at this pussy ass little kid. He's never been in a fight in his life. And he thinks he can just trample over. I mean, no respect even for the dead.
All right.
Right? No respect for the living who are suffering and mourning. Look how many people are sad about this, and he just wants to trample over it because he knows that they could never win an argument, because his arguments were rock solid. They were from the Bible. You know what I mean? The word of the Bible. One word in the Bible is, it got more wisdom than every book ever written. You know what I mean? But they are led and influenced by evil, and they think that they're so tough. And so what they'll do is, because I could probably take on three of most of these millennial kids, unless they're like football players or somebody, you know, huge or whatever, that knows how to fight. But what they do is they'll rat pack your ass, and they'll surround you 15 people. At some point, one of those kids is going to grab an arm, and if they surround you, and you're fucked. But one-on-one, these kids have no idea what they're doing in a real fight. They're going to get their ass whooped,
Bro.
you know. But they're so used to being able to talk shit, and you know, it's just like when you and I were growing up. You always had that one mouthy kid that would never shut up, right? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Did you have that?
And it was always that one kid that always knew everything that wanted to shut up.
Yeah, and now that's an entire generation, man. Yeah. You know, and you can't change their minds. They're so indoctrinated by all this rhetoric that, you know, whether the argument's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. All they care about is winning, and they can't, and so they're frustrated, and they're acting out like little 3-year-olds.
And you know what's crazy though? That the same people that got their jobs out of DEI is the same people that saying these awful things, and it's the same people that's getting fired. The same people that got their job through DEI. They were still at the job. So now they're getting all kicked out for the shit that they said. So that the benefit that they got through DEI, they didn't appreciate it to a point that, it's like the entitled syndrome. You know what I'm saying? I deserve this. So then now you have a job. You say an awful thing, because this is the thing. The majority of these people, they never had a job before. They got their job after the DEI situation pop off. Because the reality is nobody want to hire drama. Everybody know what the LGBTQ community and all the cultures bring to the employers and the employees. Drama. Bullshit. Instead of be focusing on the task of get the job done, no, they there for drama. Look at the witnesses that they used from allegedly WSU in the Bryan Kohberger case. Yeah, right. They are the same thing. The LGBTQ, and he hated women. Turns out a lot of these women never even attended class with Kohberger, let alone go to WSU. Like, what was it? Brat Norton. She was one of the main witnesses about Kohberger's character from the beginning, and now it turns out she never went to class with him. Bro, you know, and yeah. This is a good one right here, though. Okay, this is okay. All right. I'm not trying to sound funny, but it's not funny at all. But if we are gonna be sincere, the Black community cannot bitch about anything that anyone had to say about their representative right here in this video. The Black community cannot complain about anyone criticizing this young female, because this young female is acting as a representative of the Black community. So that tells me one of two things. Either they don't have Black leaders that will teach you better, or the Black leaders that they have, they with the shits. That's all I gotta say. And again, I don't want to select just one side of the community, because again, being Latino, I'm telling you, I'm with the shits with them. You know what I'm saying? As far as we hand in hand with the Black community and many and other minorities and stuff like that. Okay, so no one can misrepresent what I'm saying. But in this young lady, no one can get mad for any opinion that we might partake in this video. Let's continue. Cringe alert in the chat. Cringe alert in the chat. Cringe alert.
Well, you can't just let one person speak for an entire community by any means.
No,
I think that
but they're all together. Like if you realize they all together in the same bundle, and I'm talking LGBTQ, Black community, and all the cultures. They are all within the same plan. You know what I'm saying?
it goes
you're gonna
back.
see
The message. Listen, the message is that you can't fight violence with violence. The only thing you can fight it with is love, and you can't use hate. And that is a message that I would just say this generation of people and some I would group more like the hippies that are so anti-Trump and call him Hitler all the time, that they're just never going to understand because they are so full of hate. And so I don't put it on a demographic, especially. I put it on a mindset. And I know so many giving and caring and loving people of color that I could never say that they had ill intent for anyone or anything. They
which is
help
the
people
minority
all
of
the
them.
time.
Which is the minority of them.
At this point, with the culture the way it is, there's a lot of anger. But go ahead and play your clip. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Which it sucks though. It sucks that the communities in total and overall are in such a inflicted pain and confusion. This is why I'm gonna put it like this, right? Which was the only group of people that hated Charlie Kirk. Can you tell me which two group of people hated Charlie Kirk?
I don't know that I know enough about it. I can imagine that the transgender would be one. I wouldn't speculate on the other. I just, like I said, it's kind of this indoctrinated, privileged white kids, wealthy kids that are so terrified that somebody's a racist that they're just ready at the drop of a hat to barrel up against them. I think that so many people in the Black community are trying to lead the youth, but you have this culture, this Snoop Dogg culture that is, they think they can solve all of their problems with guns. They walk around with, they're always packing when something pops off, and your future is at stake here in most cities. Some cities, sanctuary cities, maybe they don't arrest you and you keep getting away with it. I don't know what's going on there. I know here, you pull a gun on somebody and they're not cornering you or breaking into your house, you're going to jail. You're going to jail for a long time.
You know what's the two group of people that hated Charlie Kirk? It's only two group of people, bro. Two group of people. It's criminals,
Mm-hmm.
and the LGBTQ. That's it. That's it. The only two group of peoples that hated Charlie Kirk is criminals and the LGBTQ community. So now,
which is sad, because with the criminals, he was one of the few people that was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, to change yourself, to better yourself, and make something of your life and help you with it. So to be against him enough to hate him, to kill him, is only working against yourself. And that's what it turns out to be with this vicious cycle of violence and stuff like that, is you're just shooting yourself. You're shooting your own people,
Right. And you know what's crazy though? The whole thing about this whole thing is we're gonna see this young lady right now jumping. We're talking about, this is a college age young adult. All right, I want to make sure that everybody understand. We are not looking at a footage that it comes from middle school. We're not looking at a footage that it comes from high school. I want to make sure that everybody understand this footage is from a grown adult in college. Let's continue. Your homie dead. Your homie dead. Why is she jumping like that?
Like, that's how you win a fight. You yell over somebody. You can't make a reasonable argument. You have to scream and shout over them.
Like, what's the purpose, bro? Hold on. Let me, because you know what? I'm seeing this one part of the video for the first time because I saw the other part when she was getting arrested. But it's the first time that I see this one part of the whole altercation. Your homie dead. Your homie dead. He got shot in the head. Your homie dead.
Wow. That's disgusting.
Where's her parents?
I'm sure they would not be very proud of her right there.
She got kicked out of that college, though.
No kidding.
Yeah, she got arrested at the spot because she keep on escalating, and she got kicked out for her remarks about Charlie Kirk. Which again, you see, let's talk freedom of speech for a quick second because I want to keep playing this. Freedom of speech. You lose your freedom of speech when the speech that you are free to perform is not healthy, is not productive. Soon as you have a freedom of speech that is destructive, chaotic, dangerous, rhetoric, the people with a low IQ will listen to, and they'll be right on board. That's the speech that I'm like, should you have the right to be hateful? Like the point of be hateful in the open. And the point that within your freedom of speech, now you celebrating the death of someone that for a fact is nothing of whoever you think that you're celebrating for. That's how Satan gets your soul and you never get it back. When you, without knowing, do shit like this, and Satan is like filing his teeth like, yeah, bitch, I got you. Yeah, keep being ignorant. Keep being a little piece of shit like that. When you come to hell, I'll have me some fun with you, little shit. I can't wait to see you motherfucker down here. For real.
Really? I mean,
go ahead, brother.
Let me ask you something. This girl getting kicked out of the school, this girl getting arrested, do you think that that's going to change her mentality, her thought process, or is she just going to continue to blame society for her anger?
She is going to blame everyone but herself of what she just went through. She is going to throw a fit at her mom and dad's home and be like, it was not my fault. It was not my fault until her mom and dad see the freaking video. And they're going to be like, oh, so that's why you got kicked out. Because I don't think, in my opinion, if you send your kid to college, in my opinion, I'm not going to send my kid to go to college and be a fool like that. I got 3 girls at home. I got 3 girls and a boy at home. None of my girls, as we speak today, they don't act like this chick. And they never will. I'm telling you right now. Like my girls are they well versed, they polite, they say excuse me, thank you, have a good day, good morning, all these other good stuff that it creates a good habit of being a good person, nice and kind and polite. Don't let no one pick on you. but be nice and polite. Be the kindness of all, but be fast like a fucking bee when you have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, I give my kids good advices. Listen, be the good kid of the block. Don't look for trouble. But if someone is, listen, if trouble comes your way and you can't walk away from it until an adult, it's time to defend yourself. Please have the quickest 1 and 2 hitter and quitters that you ever got.
That's funny. Tammy says that something tells me her parents have seen this side of her before.
Yeah, you know what, Tammy? I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you, especially when it's time to pay the cell phone bill. Oh, mom and dad, listen, I'm behind on the car bill. Can you give me $50? What you
Listen,
mean?
think about
No. Oh,
all
you
the
have not
work,
seen crazy. You have
all the
not seen
work
crazy.
that this girl did, and all the work that her parents did to get her into school, to better herself, to become a better person, to lead a good life, and she's willing to throw it away at something so disgusting, but she's so convinced that she's right, because I can only call it internet babies, Jrod.
If you was doing something like this, even if you have the reason to do so, I still call you childish. Because then you don't know how to take a victory. You don't know how to be humble through victory. You know what I mean? And it's still not nice and polite. It's still not good. You celebrating, let's say, the demise of the death of any human. I don't care. I don't care who it is. I don't wish death not even to my worst enemy. I always been like that. You know what I'm saying? I recognize that people got family members that got moms, dads, sisters, brothers, uncles, nieces. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always seen people, like I didn't see people as a singular person at the moment. Every time I see someone in my life, I always recognize that this one person has family members that love them. And I always treat people like that, bro. You know, you got to give people the same respect that you want to have received back, bro. It's just that simple. Let's see how this rabbit jump on her 2 legs.
Yo, homie dead. Yo, homie dead. He got shot in the head. Yo, homie dead. Yeah, homie dead.
Evil is real, people, and it kind of looks like that.
No, I wanna see the other video if they have it, because
There's a quote, Jrod, real quick, from one of my favorite movies, and it's Any Given Sunday, Oliver Stone movie. And it says, any given Sunday, you're going to win or you're going to lose. Can you win or lose like a man is the question.
And you know what, though? The manhood is being attacked and being called toxic because they want feminine man. They want man that is feminine, man that don't think like our forefathers. You know, man that don't care if this nation goes to shit. You know what I mean? Let's keep it 100%, okay? The LGBTQ community, the only thing they know about family is the family that they had and they left, because they cannot procreate themselves. They have to adopt. And then how many kids are getting adopted by the LGBT community, and they have gotten raped and played with. You know, the statistics are crazy, you know? So it's like they don't know what family is all about. Even if they knew what family was all about through the original family, but then when they generated the mentality when they generating the generation of that demon, because that's what it is. It's a principality. It's a demon that takes control of your life, and whatever you thought was right, now it's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see things the same way. For example, I'm gonna put it very simple. Let's go with the narrative of news media outlets. Let's do that for the sake of doing devil's advocate, you know. All right, let's say if this guy did it, okay, let's say if he did it, he's from a family that he seems was or is Republican, conservative. Am I right or wrong?
That would make sense, sure.
If you're the enemy, who you gonna try to convince to work for me? And then not just that, how you gonna accomplish that? You first need to know your target and what's the biases and the bro. When they in college, bro, these people get to know you. When you in college, these people get to know, even though if you are a boy from a conservative family, but deep inside of your thoughts, you have weakness in your soul. If in the deep side of your thoughts, you have the degeneration of even the thought of you being with another man, even though it looks like a woman, but it's still a man. Even if you have that thought coming from a conservative family, when they find you in college, they will pinpoint you, they will target you, and they will flip you. They literally will turn you on.
They've been they do it through companies like Disney, where they're slowly indoctrinating you as a child. You know, putting these seeds in your head that there's 5 billion different genders. You know, there's a man and there's a woman. There's no other biological scientific proof that there's anything else. You can put fake tits and a wig on and you can call yourself anything you want. To me, you are a man or a woman. And, you know, they fought so hard for the marriage. And then they fucked around and found out that shit, they're going to have the same problems that anybody has with marriage. It's not this golden goose that's laying the golden egg for them all the time. You know, sorry that didn't work out for you. As disgusting as it is, you know what I mean? But I think that now that in the general thought of the general population, women crave real men now. They don't want these pussy ass makeup wearing motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They don't want somebody
Man child. They call man child, bro.
Yeah. And it's you've seen it completely flip around, and they've lost the footing that they had where they were trying to get all these genders recognized and all of the little movements and all this stuff, separate bathrooms and all this shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Bro,
you know, you shouldn't have men in women's sports. Okay, women are getting hurt and killed because of it. You know, and they're breaking records. Well, you know, that's not a real.
Lucy said, not basement eligible. Big shout out to Lucy. Big shout out to everyone that is watching. Yo, bro, listen, even in Asia, they talking about it, bro.
About what?
About Charlie Kirk right here. Even in Asia, they talking about the situation.
Course, sure.
And talking about his message, because it seems that they sharing one of his debates. and they talking about different pointers and whatnot. They talking about this all over the world, bro. This is the point that I want to make, right? How can the left call everybody racist? Everybody
Right, and
is
he was just
more than this
having,
man.
he
You
was
think about it,
literally
right?
having open discussions. If you can prove me wrong, he was putting himself at the front lines of it, because on the other side of those protesters or these people trying to argue with him are these professors with these communist and socialist, as you well know, ideals that they feed them every day, and they eat it up, but they don't understand it. So if you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, you don't understand it. You're not going to be able to win an argument with
Bro,
somebody that does understand
did
it.
you watch this video?
I have not seen that one yet. No.
If you're here in the area and are looking for a solution,
Oh my God, commercials. Why we don't get the
It's
plus?
getting worse,
Hold on,
commercials. Where'd I
hold on,
go?
my bad. Right here. Sorry. Hold on. Let me just do a little production here real quick. Oh man, listen, and then I put it all the way back to start, and it's another commercial, bro. I listen. I remember when we used to watch YouTube just to not watch commercials.
Now it's double. They double up on the commercials now.
I know.
Before you know it, it'll just be like network TV, where just 20 minutes of pharmaceutical commercials and lawyer commercials.
Right. I think you're gonna love this video, bro.
On September 10, 2025, Charlie KIRK was assassinated. This is the possible position where the assassin had a clear line of sight from a building located about 430 feet away.
All right, just with that he said, do you think he did this shit by himself?
Well, when you say by yourself, I definitely believe that there's other people that are culpable because they full well knew what he was going to do. At the same time, you never know what somebody's going to do. They might talk a lot of shit. Oh, I'm going to do this and that tomorrow, and then it never happens. But if you know and you didn't see something, say something, you're just as culpable to me in a violent situation like that as the actual shooter. Anybody that had information that this is going to happen should have alerted authorities. However, look at Idaho 4, bro. Was there 400 plus people watching that happen on a live stream?
And you know what? If you ask me, anything is possible, because with all this stuff that we've been listening about this case, something happened with this case that they try to keep on the secret, bro.
They're keeping their mouths shut because they don't want to be taken in. And look, man, anything could come out now, and it has. And it's not going to exonerate him. They're never going to recognize it. It would literally take a video of somebody else doing it and you seeing them and their faces to have any chance of overturning this plea deal at this point.
I'm gonna put it like this, right? You remember when I said earlier, like, you saw the camera that he was showing when he dropped on the floor and then walking away through the grass, and the camera was actually following his movements and shit. That's a manual operator. That's not automatic. That's a human seeing what you're doing.
Exactly.
Do you think that if he went up the same way, do you think they didn't see him going up?
That's the thing, is they show a video
You
of
see
somebody all in black, and it's just like the Trump assassination attempt. You see the guy up there like, what's that guy doing up there all of a sudden?
Bro,
and then you got a video of him coming down.
In both attempts, the security, the on charge security, they both left the roofs not clear. Like the roof, it was no personnel in the roofs.
Do you
That's
see a pattern? Do you see a
mandatory.
pattern here, Jrod? Do you
Yeah,
see a pattern?
yeah, bro. Even on that attempted assassination on the golf course and shit, bro. Like you're no, bro. Listen, that just means this someone within the shits has actually control of the human resources, the security human resources. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Even if this guy went on top of that roof through the door to the maintenance door that goes up to the roof, they still have cameras on it.
Yep.
They have camera in that one particular door. They have a camera. And that one particular door that goes to the roof, don't ask me how I know that.
And
But
now nobody's monitoring it at that time. Nobody's monitoring these cameras.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Is confirmed that someone was manipulating these cameras. Because if you caught the sniper when he was coming down, you saw the sniper when he was going up, and you didn't report it.
Listen, there's not a rooftop door, whether you get there by stairs or by ladder, that does not have a lock on it.
Or a camera, when censored. Yes.
And so he had to break, either he had a key or he had a bolt cutter to cut that lock.
And a person on the camera.
Because listen, if you didn't have those locks on the air conditioning for the air conditioning roof, you would have thousands of homeless people sleeping up there every night. Because what better place?
And the whole point of this is, I'm glad that I'm having this conversation with you. We talking about the maintenance door that goes to the roof. Just that. If we gonna talk about that, he didn't use that door and he actually went up the same way he went down. That camera would have seen him going up however he went up. Forget that camera. They have cameras surrounding the whole roof, all over around. They have, in the same way they have that one camera that looks everywhere and that one spot. That's not the only camera. They have cameras in the whole university. They have security that literally have cameras looking at the roof. So, in the only way that he could have done it, in my opinion, is with help. Is in the only way, and when I mean with help, you only need, first and foremost, you only need someone within the government knowing that this is about to happen. So like that, this one particular governmental person put the parts in place. What I mean with that, you see that the man that he was in the 9/11, the old man that got arrested first, he was a bait. He was a bait. In the same way, other people that he was arrested, there were baits too. What I mean with baits, this is just distractions while the real killer makes a runaway. In my opinion, if this is the killer, he couldn't done it by himself. And you know what's the problem that I got with this, bro? That is gonna be the same type of investigation when Trump got shot. It's gonna be the same type of investigation. We will get to know the truth. We know all the players, but we ain't gonna do shit.
It's nothing, no consequence.
Then my problem with that is, what's the agenda? Are you putting fear in their own politicians within United States of America so they all obey the bullet? That's all I could think of. Because remember, these both party, Republican and Democratic Party, they are all cool with each other. When the cameras shut off, when these people are not in front of the cameras, they are all friends. They are all linked. If he's not from a fraternity, he's from their circle, or knows people that knows people that knows people. But again, people talk about, oh, Illuminati is not real. All right, prove it. Because I got quite a few things just here in my house that will prove you the Illuminati is real. So what I mean with that, what I mean is there is a group of elites that have full control of all governments all over the world. And it's at this point, bro, they just boiling us like fucking frogs, bro. That
They love to turn us against each other,
bro. We getting cooked. We getting cooked. So we all take each other out, and they keep there laughing in their golf clubs. Like, hi, you see all these stupid
they want to fly over
fighting
us with these taxi pilotless drones, just looking down upon the chaos below them. Here's the thing they don't realize is by taking all of our money away, by putting us in poverty, by turning us against each other and wiping us out slowly, they are going. It's going to be a trickle up effect because they are used to seeing their numbers go up, and then all of a sudden, McDonald's is $15 for a hamburger and $30 for a beer at the stadium. They think that they're going to get away with that forever. Nobody can afford it. You can't afford to go to take your family to Disney World. How are you going to go to Disney World now? They fucked us with when they gave us the minimum wage hike. They increased prices exponentially compared to what people were making, even with the pay increase. And think about this, in some states like Tennessee, I believe, and Kentucky, the minimum wage is still $7 an hour.
And you know what though? I believe that because I remember back in the days where my first ever job, bro, I was getting paid $7 minimum wage in Puerto Rico.
My first job, I was making $3.10 an hour, and I got a raise to $4.25 at cash and carry.
That's crazy, bro.
As a kid, yeah, that was early '80s though. I was only 14, but that it was money. Money was, if you had $1, you could buy stuff. It wasn't everything is in the hundreds of dollars. If you go out, if you go to a fast food place, it just on yourself, you're spending 15. If you want the dessert, you're spending 20. If you're bringing a family to anything, just for pizza, $40, $50, $100, just to go out one time. And people can't maintain that place. And the homeless rate of people that have paid their bills for years, they live in a condo. Now all of a sudden the assessment fees are in the thousands of dollars per month. They can't afford to stay, but nobody will buy them because they don't want to be a part of this HOA bullshit and pay thousands of dollars a month to have their lawn cut.
Yep. So, bro, let's see this footage over here, bro. Again, I think I made it clear with my opinion. If this guy did it, he had influence and he had help from someone. Let's continue.
Assassin squeeze.
Oh, I wanted to say before I continue, you know that shot, with the little bit that I know about shooting, he was either aiming for the head or aiming for the chest.
Right.
Isn't the only way that you're gonna get hit on the neck. A sniper we experience will never directly aim to the neck. Either gonna hit you with a headshot straight right in the right center on your front head, or you're gonna get a shot on your heart. Literally, you're gonna get this one shot on your heart.
Right.
They will stop everything in your life, or you're gonna get a one-hit quitter right in the center of your shit. That's
Right.
when he's a sniper, an experienced sniper. And we also talking about the 200 yards, the slope. Thank you, Tammy. And all these other stuff. You know what I mean?
He's the trigger and a single
hold it right
bullet
there,
Go ahead,
real
bro.
quick, Jrod. They should have had some type of bullet, like the plexiglass, bulletproof glass in front of him somewhere. It was an open thing. Obviously, the campus wasn't locked down. He was a bigger political figure. I think this was a crime of opportunity when they knew, as opposed to in Los Angeles, that the crowd would be more demure and less chance of something going off, so they had less security. So
Yeah,
anyway, go ahead.
I totally agree with you with that, though. I 100% agree with you on that statement.
Traveled this distance and struck Charlie Kirk right in the neck. More
What I'm saying, to get that shot from up there and hit him in the neck, you was aiming.
Didn't they say that it hit his bulletproof vest and the shrapnel cut open his neck?
He didn't have a plate. You could tell that he didn't have a plate because you could see his nipples. Because you could see his nipples. He didn't have no plate. Yeah.
Okay.
detail all in the video ahead. Charlie Kirk was tragically assassinated at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah on September 10, 2025. He was hosting a large outdoor debate event.
And then next day it was September 11. In September 11 we always
we were already in mourning, man, and then now it's double the pain for the country. What a terrible date.
Around the same time too.
And here's the thing: is another thing about this generation is, I don't know if it's through media or whatever, but they've come to identify with and idolize serial killers, and they think that they can make a name for themselves by doing these mass killings.
What that come from, bro? Like how can a human, like, bro? You know what I mean? I'm talking about me as a youngin raised around killers, robbers, and all people that'll do it to you. How can anyone, and I mean anyone, it don't matter your race, anyone will even put in consideration, like just the point blank of infatuating yourself with a killer to the point that you think that it's incredible what they did, that you think that it's fascinating at some point, that this is something that you desire in the future or whatnot. Oh, I would love to do that one day. Get the fuck out of here. Like, bro, from where that shit come from? Because for me, all that shit is weird.
Yeah, because you saw it firsthand. You see that there is no positivity, no benefit to your life for that type of lifestyle.
Right.
Now, to them, they see these documentaries, they read these stories on Reddit, and it seems like this magical... Here's what we were talking about on the Purge tonight. One of my favorite things was that... I forgot.
It's okay. We got all night.
Yeah, no, I'll think of it in a second. Is that the biggest punishment for these killers like this? Is this kid was direct messaging or IMing or leaving messages on Twitter right up until they caught him. Okay, so now he's not only getting sent to fuck you in the ass every night prison, now he's not going to have his social media anymore. He's not going to have his 10,000 followers on X or whatever the fuck he's got, and all his little Facebook and Instagram friends, he's going to have Bubba's dick in his face 24/7.
Hey, he'll have Bubba in there. Bubba
Let me
being
tell
there
you,
with
bro.
him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but let's continue. This is a great conversation. I appreciate you for being here tonight with us,
I love
brother. You
being
have
here,
no
man.
idea, man.
Thanks for booking me. I appreciate it.
Hey, listen, man, all day.
I expect some hula
Part of
burgers
turning-
in payment.
Hey, listen, I got you. Listen, sooner we hit those numbers, you coming with me, bro.
Hell yeah,
Point
bro.
USA's nationally publicized tour, titled the American Comeback Tour. This event was designed as a lively debate platform called Prove Me Wrong, where Kirk invited students to challenge his political.
Do you know that he proved everyone wrong, right?
Yeah, they literally didn't have a chance against him. They don't have a valid argument to begin with. They don't understand even what their argument is.
Bro,
And he is a master debater.
He said what? Look at this.
Me wrong, where Kirk.
That's why I say his show to me was kind of a baiting thing. I feel like his intention was good, but at some point, he's putting himself in the trenches.
This man knew that this was about to happen someday somehow.
He's on the front lines. I don't see that this was about to happen. It shouldn't have happened.
No,
it absolutely is terrible and horrible that it happened, but he was putting himself at the front lines, and by this happening to him, he made an example to show you that the war is real.
Bro, he proved everyone wrong, and he proved himself right dying, bro. Like, this man was walking the walk and talking the talk, bro. We're talking about this is the type of man that he knows that if I don't do this, no one else will do it. He's going to the universities that are the nest pits
in the hornet's nest. Yes,
that's the recruiting grounds of these people. So what he was doing, he was fighting fire with fire. You go into these schools to recruit these youngins. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to those schools. I'm going to recruit them and make sure that they hear my side.
At least hear the truth. At least hear
my side. Yeah. Let me
can't win them over.
Yeah.
But instead, they lose and they get violent.
Yeah. He wanna give the other option. Hold on. This I understand what they've been teaching you here. I just wanted to give you a little bit of me. Let me tell you something about my Jesus, and let me tell you something about what I know. Just doing that by himself, they hated him just because he want to make a difference. Just because, if you ask me, bro, he knew that everyone that has tried to make a difference, JFK and many others after him, all the way to the Martin Luther King and everybody else. Again, I don't care what people say about Luther. I don't care. That man has my respect forever. You know what I'm saying? Because for you to stand up in the podium and try to lead not just the Black community, but all communities that are in the same oppression or whatnot, these people know that they're gonna be taken out. They know that. They know they're gonna be taken out. Listen, everything started with JFK.
Yeah, I mean, think about the balls. Think about the balls that Martin Luther King had. He marched. He drove a bus to the most racist city in the world, Selma, Alabama, and marched across a bridge.
Yes, and
it's the same thing that Borat does. By doing this, you show the world who these people are.
And that's what I think he did, bro. Like, put it like this. I'm gonna say like he had enough death threats like to be taken serious. Enough death threats to take it serious. You could expect a sniper coming out of nowhere. And that you say about the bulletproof booth right in front of him, that should be there by default. A bulletproof setting in front of him that people could see him, talk to him, but at least
A
all
little
sniper
protection.
the sniper angles are covered. Because again, especially at that, let's say like this, when you I used to do security in Puerto Rico. I used to do security and on the government contracts. Okay. So we needed to make sure that all weakness of security are comprehensive. That everything get expedited comprehensively.
You
That
don't want to leave any dangling
you don't
opportunities or holes in your security.
you
And
have,
here is a gaping hole.
you gotta think as a security, you gotta check your whole area and
Absolutely.
you have to put yourself on the mind of a killer. You have to put yourself on the mind of a sniper. You have to see, well, if anyone is coming to kill my guy, how they would do it.
Yes.
With the setting that we prepare the podium. What I mean the setting
Right.
is the podium, where the podium is located, where the people is
Sure.
going to be, how many people we're gonna have. We need to have angles and view to the roofs. We need to have personnel on the roofs. I don't care if he's one person with a sniper rifle, but that particular area is covered. You know what I
Well,
mean?
think about this, Jrod.
Yeah.
We have had these shooters sort of grow up in front of us. You started with Columbine. You've had every variety since. Now this generation seems to have moved into the universities. They're doing the mass shootings where it's the poor me. I'm a hurt little baby. Let me go kill everybody, guys. Um, in the universities now. Here with Charlie Kirk, this is the first time that I remember seeing where you combine a shooting and a political assassination on one campus. So now you have the best of both worlds, for lack of better words to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm gonna put it very simple. You know the suicidal rate in that side of the fence, on the leftist side of the fence. I don't know if you know, but I was born and raised into a Democratic Party house. That was me. That was my family. My family from the Democratic Party in Puerto Rico, which is the same shit that here in the United States. On the left, on the left, they know for a fact that within their ranks, within their members, they have people that they are willing to die for the cause. What I'm saying with that, what started to happen? What started to happen when DEI started? It starting getting chopped off of the government. What was the first thing that happened? Airplanes started falling off. Helicopters started to crash. And guess what? Every single pilot that did that was LGBTQ. Every single pilot of every single airplane that dropped, that literally was flying fine and literally just nosedive with the pedal to the metal. You remember Pennsylvania, the airplane that literally just nosedive with speed. It was like a missile falling down. So that means the airplane, when it took off, this person hit nose down and the metal to the pedal. and becomes a missile going down. The helicopter that hit the airplane,
Yeah.
LGBTQ.
Mm.
The M16 airplane or the M30, the F-35 jet plane with the 20, 30, I don't know, millions, 100,000 millions of dollar jet plane that literally went nosedive into the bay, LGBTQ, and they.
Do you want to know something? You and I have
But how
seen it.
but how we know? We do the homework. The homework that the government don't want to give you, we do it.
We have vestments in world affairs. Most Americans, by hook or by crook, have their head straight up their ass when it comes to international affairs. If you take a younger person and ask them to show you where Libya is, they don't have a chance. But the thing is, we have seen the socialist movement, country by country by country, take them down. And they finally got here. And the first thing that they tried to do, tear apart the family, tear apart religion, and separate, divide, and conquer.
They trying to tear apart the same basis and fundaments of what this nation was built upon. The principles and morals that this nation is being. Listen, what you do? What you do? You love and trust your Lord Jesus Christ. You take care of yourself. You take care of your family, and you protect your land. That's the only main four things in life for a man. As long as you are a man of mans and you understand that you got to trust your Lord, protect yourself, your family at all costs, and defend your land. What else you need to know as a man for you to be a man? But then that's the same thing that they trying to destroy. They try to have the manhood. They trying to call it toxic. They try to call it like what narcissist and everything. They want to all kind of names that they want to put it to. Because if you have a man that is a householder that actually is running shit, that has the best ideas, the best way to go about things, they hate on that. Because we know what to do, because we are problem solvers. We unifying our family. We trying to raise our children. We trying to be better persons as we go. But then these people, like you said, they're trying to destroy the foundation of this nation, which it was built in religion, on a Christian religion, and it was built in family. And they hate that. They hate that because they want to live the life of Sodom and Gomorrah. That's all they want. They want this nation to fall like Sodom and Gomorrah, bro. What you think Russia and all these other nations that don't believe on LGBTQ, what you think they're gonna do if this nation ever go LGBTQ? They won't care. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's something that I believe, bro, that if this nation ever goes LGBTQ, they sending all type of nukes this way, bro. I'm telling you, no, it's not, bro. I'm happy.
Out like roaches, huh?
Listen, I'm happy that you laugh about that one, bro. Because I said it with all my heart, bro. That's my firm belief. If this nation will go LGBTQ anytime, bro, I'm telling you, all nations, it don't matter how strong our military is, they'll go kamikaze on us, bro. They'll be like, well, we know we are not going to win. Send everything.
Here's the problem coming up in the next 4 years.
Listen, we either win or we tie.
Yeah, there's no win. There's no win in that situation. But the thing is our problem is we have Trump in office right now. what's going to happen in 3 years. Because if you look back, speaking of Kennedy, speaking of any candidate that you had in any political office, a lot of times it's a beauty contest, man.
Do you
And
want
the
to know
chances of somebody like Gavin Newsom, you think about it now, becoming president, it sickens you, it horrifies you, it seems impossible and ridiculous. But look what happened. Biden got into office.
bro?
They have no bottom. They will do anything. They just want power to be able to tell you that you can't worship God, that you can't have a gun, that you can't, and that crime is okay, and that we should flood the streets with immigrants.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something that it might make you night. Do you know what I think is gonna happen right before Trump? Do you think? Listen, man, man, I'm gonna fuck something up saying this. I know that already, but because I think as soon as you hear it, you're gonna be like, oh no, he said that. Fuck out of here. I know. Listen, because if I'm right, I bet you anything this came across your mind. You know the only way that Trump will actually run another 4 years, or let's say prolong his stay as president?
They would have to change the Constitution.
Nah.
Or through one of his kids.
What Trump has been saying since day one, bro, that he'll do it to anyone, bro. He don't care who it is. He don't care if he's Putin. He don't care if he's China. He don't care. He don't care if they all gang up together against United States, including the ONU and shit.
Absolutely.
And believe me, the ONU could listen, man. I know certain things that we have. Even if the ONU with what they got, that they get it from us. Even the ONU and Russia and all these other shit together, bro, they all get killed. Listen, but in the only way Trump is gonna have another 4 years or prolong his stay in power, bro, is right before elections.
Military.
World War III, bro.
Yeah, I don't think he's ready to go to that level. Yeah,
you know what? I think if you ask me, bro, just for the little shit that I forget about what I search in the internet. I don't base myself with that. I like to knock on the door and the Mason. Let me shut up. I like to knock on the doors.
Well, listen, if you're talking about the direction that we're headed in with all of the craziness that's happening in the world, that's almost a logical conclusion. However, I would be more inclined to see the left socialist side pull a maneuver like that than for the right wing.
Bro, is the only way to fix the problem, bro. It's through war. It's the only way that they could.
No, war sucks, man.
Bro,
we got to resolve this some way.
I'm gonna put it like this. I don't want no war.
Right.
I don't. First and foremost, because I got kids.
Well, that's what I keep saying. We're already at war.
Like,
just people don't realize that we're at war.
The problem is that if it's World War III, we haven't missiles pouring on top of us. We haven't raids on top of us. We haven't jets, helicopters and shit flying on top of us. But that's not American. You understand me? Like, it is firecrackers going up in the skies every fucking day until someone dies. here in United States. We have never seen that shit, bro. Never. But in the only way to fix the problem, bro, and I'm talking the problem within. I don't know if you know where I'm trying to go with this, bro. The left is so possessed in power that the only way to do it is gonna throw a wall and clean the whole fucking house. Because as soon as it's throw a wall, is the government investigate itself. In other words, when it's war that we talking about, the third world war, bro, everything. I mean, everything, bro. They have the right to infiltrate every single private server in the United States of America, and they all gonna get caught. By the time he done cleaning the house, all right, y'all could have it. Who give a fuck? But in my opinion, with what I heard from certain people that are in places to be, bro, they know the left want to bring the escalation all the way up. And
I believe that.
And in the only way to prove a point, in the same way Charlie Kirk proved, you see what he said right here in this sign, prove me wrong. And he dying, he proved everyone wrong, and he proved himself right. In that, his death mean the change of America forever, bro. And I'm not saying it for a narrative, but people don't understand what these men meant for United States and people around the world, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely a turning point, without a doubt, in this country's history.
It is, bro. Is a little bit more serious than what people think. This was the proof that the left is not gonna negotiate. It's either their way or no way. And
we are at war already. Yes, they want to take everything away from you, bro. They want to have slaves working for them. They want to, if they can't prove you wrong, they are going to shoot you.
Yeah. It's communism, bro.
It's socialist, communist, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like that's the Democratic Party right now, this day today. It has all the tales of communism, bro, and perversion and abomination, bro.
Absolutely.
And the worst part about it, that they already proved that they could move mounds of people if they want to. This is why you see we a phone call. You get a whole bunch of rioters. Yeah, you have one phone call. If the heck with the phone call. They got systems. They got private systems of communication from private corporations,
also as well,
on private servers. Then the government don't fucking even know.
Yeah,
I mean they might know, but they don't have access to it. And all these communications of these private servers are running not just the illegal things that are going on in the United States, like the drug trade and all this other shit, but it's also all these other issues that are being handled within that. Remember, we have a United States of America that is massive. It's massive. United States of America had like billions of people, right?
Well, there's 350 million Americans.
Okay, so cut that in half. That's how many enemies we have within our own soil.
Well, that's the problem. It's not cut in half. It's a small minority that are able to, and up till this point, we've been tolerant of this bullshit. Yeah. And now it's time to draw a line in the sand and choose your side.
Yeah, and the problem here is that you hear the rhetoric right now. Like they try to influence a civil war. I'm gonna tell you right now, if a civil war ever happened, Marines are coming in to clean the fucking house. Everybody's gonna die. Because whoever's gonna come in is gonna be the military. Because meanwhile, we got the neighbors try to kill their other neighbors. We a 9mm, probably we a switch and a drum roll. You're gonna have 50 cows from a helicopter, boom, 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 cleaning everybody just because you want to be a fucking dumbass.
Well, hey, listen, I actually do have to get up in a few hours, so I'm going to try to get another appetizer in. I want to thank everybody for watching and having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Hey,
and it was a great conversation as usual.
I think we have covered everything for today with your visit. I appreciate you, Kane. You actually make every visit that you have. You make it a greater and greater. Every time you come, it's a greater and greater show. I want to thank you so much for passing by and collaborate with me tonight. Thank you so much, Kane. Listen, you have a very special intelligence about you, and I hope you do know that, and I hope that you also know that how much we appreciate you in this channel.
Well, back at you, man. I appreciate it, and yeah, we'll do it again soon, man. There's definitely always a lot to talk about, so we'll see you soon, everybody. Thank you.
My man, you have a bright mind, and I appreciate every time you bring it with you.
I appreciate you, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Primo, hablamos.
Ayo.
Big shout out to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I think we covered the show. You see, I think we did cover the show. Big shout out to Kane, the Purge. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Tanel Rel came by. Thank you so much, Tanel Ray. Thank you so much for coming by. Lucy Morningstar. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming by. Very so much appreciated. Big shout out to Tommy. Big shout out to Joanne. Big shout out to everyone that pop up. Big shout out to Kate Lynn. Thank you so much for y'all passing by and giving us so much love and listening to the conversations that we bring to the table for everyone's, and not just enjoyment, but also so y'all could break down conversations yourself and see that, you know, we engage with this topic. We engage with true crime. We engage with the whole YouTube hemisphere, and we only here to help the community to think. Because literally, if you ask me, that's all we do. We just like to brainstorm and have conversations to see if that way we could all unify one day. And if we not able to unify, hopefully we'll be able to respect each other's thinking. Big shout out to all the ladies in the chat. Big shout out to all the mods. Big shout out to Amy Conway, Lucy, and all of y'all. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Jane. She's not here, but she always pass on the replay and show love. Big shout out to everyone. I appreciate you for your attendance. And as always, I cannot live without telling you. Believe in yourself, because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that you're going to take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Love yourself, take care of yourself so you'll be able to love and take care of others. And as always, your brother from another mother, thing to the tango, the gene to the Django, Jrod on point. I'm happy to be back to the main channel. I appreciate y'all, ladies and gents. Thank you so much. Please hit like and subscribe and share the content and get back at me. As always, Jrod. Love ya. Oh, favorite song? My favorite song? You So Sexy? Why not? Let's go.
Keyword.